Golden State Media Concepts social media podcast. Time to hashtag everything. We talk about all the fun, crazy stories on social media. From Instagram to Facebook, Twitter to Tumblr, or probably even Friendster. Join us each week as we explore the quirky side of social media. It's the Golden State Media Concepts social media podcast.
It's simple, such a sad song. The one that we rely on to get us.
Hello and welcome to the GSMC Social Media News Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Podcast Network. I am your host, Heidi, and I am, of course, joined by the wonderful Arianne.
Hello.
Today, we are talking about a few fun social media stories, and the first one caught my eye mostly because it has cats in it. I mean, also pajamas. I'm down for pajamas
Me
as well.
too.
So, the first story is the U.S. Embassy in Canberra, Australia, has issued an apology, and they sent out this apology on Sunday, October 14th, because a fake meeting invitation was emailed from the State Department.
Oh my gosh.
This sounded like a fun party that I wish they had actually been throwing, because I totally would have gone. So, they had a invitation, and on the picture, like on the invitation picture, was a pajama wearing cat. And specifically it was a cat in like a Cookie Monster like onesie with like cookies near it. And so I guess it was for a pajama cat cookie party.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of cats, but I'm down to a pajama party.
Oh yeah,
I'm doing that.
Definitely down. Like,
Oh yeah.
Cookie Monster party, totally down for that.
Cookies and pajamas? That's like cookies and loose clothing. Like, you eat as much as you want. You'll be fine.
I should get one of those for Thanksgiving then.
Yes.
Just the onesie.
Yeah.
I'm worried it'd get too hot though. You know, if you're just
might.
eating a lot and there's lots of people in the house.
Yeah.
You don't want to get too warm
Then
in
you
there.
just tell them to leave.
Yeah,
If it's your house.
And then just keep all the food for yourself. Yeah, that's for sure. I would do that. Maybe that's what they were planning on, you know? Maybe that's what the cat was planning on. And the title of the invitation was Cat Pajama-Jam.
Nice.
So I think that's adorable. Apparently it was actually sent out by them, and I guess it was a mistake.
So, okay, it was a mistake, but somebody actually made the whole poster and everything. Was it supposed to be a joke?
It was like, they didn't specify. I'm pretty sure if it was a joke, they wouldn't tell us that it was a joke.
It's an internal joke.
Yeah.
Then, not to be alarmed.
Yeah, don't worry. There's not a secret party going on.
I
know. They said it was like a test. So they were like testing the email, and so I guess they made a fake invitation.
Oh, okay.
And then didn't send it, and like didn't mean to send it out.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's like a lot of effort for a
Yeah,
test
it really
email.
is. I would have just sent the email and instead test on
Yeah,
it. What's the
exactly.
point of doing a whole
That's all
invite?
of my. Well, that's why I'm like, maybe they actually had this party planned and they just didn't mean to send it to everyone.
Yeah.
You know, it was just internal, just for the office.
Right.
You know, just a special office
I
party.
know. Don't tell Bob down the way.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
gosh.
we don't want him to know. The email also contained apparently a section of Latin and an RSVP button.
Wow.
So I wonder if people RSVP'd.
I would have.
I totally would.
I would
And
have.
The public affairs counselor at the U.S. mission to Australia said it was a training error and that it was made by a new staff member.
Sure it was.
Yeah, sure. Apparently for the email newsletter platform.
Right.
And then he's also quoted saying, "Sorry to disappoint those of you who were hoping to attend this cat pajama-jam party."
Aw,
I'm
okay.
sad.
I'm sad.
I feel like that'd be fun, right?
Yeah, they can have the picture. I don't do cats. I would probably walk around and, well, one of our other shows, you know, I aim for them in my car. So
I would love the cat part, but if you're just there for the pajamas and the cookies, I
Yeah.
feel like that would work too.
yeah, good music. I'm sure they'd have good
hopefully.
music.
Yeah. Or just the sound of purring. I don't know how that.
Yeah, that might put people to sleep.
Oh, that's true. That'd be very relaxing.
Yeah, well-
with all the cookies too.
Oh, yeah.
Pajamas. Yeah,
Putting you to a
probably
food coma.
fall asleep. But unfortunately, that party is apparently not going on.
Yeah, sorry guys.
So, I mean, I guess if you RSVP'd, I'm sorry. Maybe you can throw your own cat pajama jam.
Yeah, make other plans that night.
Apparently it was a training error. So, okay, sure.
Yeah, training error. That's what we all use.
Yeah, exactly.
When we miss the text messages or emails. Sorry, that was a training error.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know what happened.
My one friend I didn't mean to put in the group chat.
Training error, sorry.
Our next story is one that I have really enjoyed and I've seen on a lot of social media. I also have seen multiple BuzzFeed articles about this. The Blackpool police, and Blackpool is a seaside resort on the Irish sea coast of England. It has like a really old like theme park that is historic.
Is it still open?
I think it is.
That's scary.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, that's probably creepy.
Yeah.
But it's like a seaside town. They have like old, like a wooden roller coaster and like on like a pier, it kind of looks like. But I don't know. So very quaint. So the Blackpool police shared on social media a picture from security footage of a man robbing a store and asked citizens to come forward with any information they may have to catch the thief. And this was sent out on the 23rd of October. And so there was a picture from the security cam, and the quote said, "Do you recognize this man? We want to speak to him in relation to a theft at a Blackpool restaurant on the 20th of September. If you know who this is, please email." And they gave an email address and said, "Thank you for your help." Now, I don't know if no one noticed when they posted this.
Yeah.
I'm sure they just didn't think about it because they're like, oh, we're just posting a suspect picture.
Right.
But the man in the picture looks like David Schwimmer, a.k.a. Ross Geller.
Yes.
From Friends.
It does, too.
It
so
really
much.
does. And I think they posted this on their Facebook, and it's like this kind of blurry photo, but he's holding it. It looks like a
big
flat of
yeah.
cans.
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
I thought it was beer or something.
It's probably, beer or soda, something like in cans to drink. And he's like struggling, like it's kind of like the box is breaking and he's struggling
it's like falling
to
apart.
leave. So the internet very quickly caught on to this.
Yes.
And everyone loved it. And
it was hilarious.
They said within 24 hours, the photo had received more than 102,000 comments from members of the public telling the police that the man looked like David Schwimmer.
It's David Schwimmer.
And there were so many, like, memes were made, so many Twitter responses. I saw like a compilation of the comments from Facebook.
Yeah.
And one of the ones that I liked is like the quotes, and it's like saying like it's an episode title, the one where Ross becomes a thief.
So in Friends, if people don't know, like all of the episodes begin with the one, and then it's like where or when this happened, where it happened, why, or
Exactly.
So the one where Ross becomes a thief is hilarious.
I saw another one where it's a quote. And this is just for people who watch Friends now, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But the quote was like, you don't understand living with Monica. If you didn't eat first, you didn't eat. So it's like I'm stealing food. There were some good ones. Or like the ones like give him like take it easy on him. They were on a break.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. If you watch Friends, you would know all of these.
There was a lot. And people got really into it, as I said. And then on Wednesday, so the day after the police posted this, David Schwimmer responded, and he posted a video of himself moving through a convenience store with a bunch of cans, which basically resembled the picture that the police shared.
He like reenacted the whole.
It was like a gif of him like looking like he was stealing items.
Yeah, exactly.
And he paused at the camera just
for the picture.
Looked. He did a really good job.
Yeah, he did.
And then he quoted underneath saying, "Officers, I swear it wasn't me. As you can see, I was in New York." And then he wrote, "To the hardworking Blackpool police, good luck with the investigation. Hashtag it wasn't me."
Oh my gosh. His footage of it, of like just him reenacting it, was hilarious by itself. So
it was perfect.
Yeah.
And the Blackpool police announced it that allegedly the thief was not Schwimmer, saying that he was in the United States at the time. And then they quoted saying, "Thank you to everyone for your speedy response. We have investigated this matter thoroughly, and we have confirmed that David Schwimmer was in America on this date. We're so sorry it has to be this way."
Yeah. That would be, as an officer or something, going through all those comments just to find like, oh, David Schwimmer, or, things about Friends and everything. Is like, this is such a waste of time just trying to see if somebody actually had some something to give them for real,
Yeah. Or like if someone just didn't know about Friends.
Yeah.
Just like some intern was going through. It's like, what is everyone talking about?
And you're just lost with it all.
Why do they keep posting this theme song?
Yeah, I know, right?
Apparently there was also like another police station nearby that saw this and like tweeted back, and just like a lot of people just thought it was super funny. And it's also not immediately clear whether anyone has actually been arrested in connection to the case.
Oh, wow.
So
good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
Blackpool.
Yeah, I hope that, there's not another Friends lookalike stealing
I
things.
know.
Also, I feel like that guy could never get away with the crime again because everyone knows that there's someone who looks like Ross going around stealing.
Doppelganger, for sure.
Yeah, which I guess is good, right? I
mean,
mean,
he found his doppelganger.
Yeah.
I mean, not in a very positive way, but...
That's what all the websites I saw said, we found his doppelganger thief.
Yeah.
So
the bad part of it.
Exactly. Yeah, so poor Ross.
Yeah.
They always were out for him.
I know. I wonder if my doppelganger is like a thief or a murderer or something like that.
Oh, that'd be terrifying.
I know.
Aww.
I know. I hear that there's like off subject. Sorry. I hear that everybody has like 7 in the world because there's like 7 billion people or something like that. I don't know. But
like
there's like
people
7
who look like you?
Yeah. Across the
What?
world. Crazy.
I remember when I was a child, I was in the playground and I almost ran into this girl, and then I stopped and we both looked at each other and we looked extremely similar, and we just paused and stared at each other and then slowly walked away.
It's like a sister. That girl has my face.
Yeah, basically, but
it's crazy.
I didn't think she was my twin.
Yeah.
But that was fun. So,
Crazy.
Interesting. I guess I have 6 more to find.
I know. I have some to find. I have never found one of mine.
Man, I hope they're good people. Please be good.
They better be, because if you have my face and you're out there doing some crazy stuff, we need to be okay with this, all of us.
We all need to be on the same page.
Exactly.
We're either going to all commit crimes or no one's going to commit anything.
Thank you.
Exactly. So with that, we're going to take a break, and then we're going to come back and keep talking about social media.
Always on the go, but the day just won't be one without your Hollywood fix. Let Golden State Media Concepts Entertainment Podcast take care of that. An all-inclusive look of pop culture.
Welcome back to the Social Media News Podcast. We are continuing with another story. I guess maybe I lied to you all. I said that these were some fun stories because this is really not a fun story. So I'm sorry to have led you all astray.
Oh, okay. It's okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Forgive you.
Thank you. I feel better. So this is about a Hawaiian island, and sadly it has vanished.
Oh.
Yeah, so East Island, which is considered a part of the Hawaiian Islands, it has vanished under the waves in the wake of Hurricane Walaka?
Walaka.
Mm-hmm. And Hurricane Walaka is one of the most intense Pacific storms that they've ever had.
Oh my
It
gosh.
reached Category 5 in early October with maximum sustained winds of 160 miles per hour and an extremely strong storm surge. And the storm surge, as well as rising sea levels, also resulting from climate change, are what factored into the island's disappearance.
How come I've never seen anything about this, on the news or anything?
I don't know. It's very small. So if there's a scientist who took some drone footage of it because he was studying the island, and it just looks like a sandbar mostly. So it's not very big.
Okay.
So because there are a lot of smaller little islands out there. And so this is very small. So it could just be people just didn't notice. No one really lives on it.
Yeah.
So no one said anything. But
Well, what
this
about
is a pretty
the
small story?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But what about the hurricane? I don't even think I even heard about that.
I didn't either.
If it's to be a Category 5 even.
Right. I mean, it could have also been that it didn't, once it actually hit the populated land, it had
wasn't-
lost strength. I think that could also be it. It might have just hit these uninhabited islands at full strength. So I don't know. I guess also it wasn't just the storm. It was also like rising tides from climate change. So I don't know. Maybe
Hawaii.
people didn't feel the storm as much. I know. That's
I'm
sad.
sorry. I mean, it's not like anybody lived on there anyway.
Right, which is good. Which is good. Oh yeah. Oh gosh. Also, there's a really long name, which I hope I can say.
Ooh, good luck.
I probably won't be able to, but I'm gonna try. All right. So East Island is part of the Hanamokuakea Marine National Monument. I'm so
Good
sorry.
job.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try and spell that out for you. That's too long. And it serves as a critical habitat for endangered Hawaiian monk seals and sea turtles, and it was just washed away.
Oh.
So I'm so sorry. Federal officials said on Monday, which would be the 22nd of October, that it had been washed away, and Chip Fletcher, a University of Hawaii climate scientist who was doing research on this island, like July, on this East Island, told news outlets that he figured the island would be underwater eventually, but he thought it would take a few decades for rising seas to eliminate it.
Wow.
So he's quoted saying that he had no idea what happened that fast.
Yeah.
Like within like one day it was there and the next it was gone.
Well, I feel like you have to take that into consideration, though, too. You can't just be like, oh, it'll be gone because of climate change. But then it's like, okay, you're in the middle of the ocean, too, though.
Yeah.
So hurricanes do arise there.
Right, if you're not thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
no,
like,
I agree.
that should have been like, if a hurricane came, it'd definitely be gone kind of thing.
Should have been a side note.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Exactly.
Right, but that's also sad because like that was a habitat. Like it wasn't populated by people.
Right.
But populated by animals.
Right, exactly.
So that's really unfortunate. And it's kind of weird. If you look at the picture, you can see the whole outline of the island. It's not very deep underwater. So it's kind of crazy. It's almost like a seal could sort of stand on it.
Yeah, and then still, it'd still be under maybe like a foot or a couple of inches of water.
It's just crazy to think that like there are probably a lot more islands like that have just slowly been like eroded away and covered. That's insane.
Yeah, and you would want those to like grow.
Right.
But because it does look like you can still see it under the water.
Yeah, which is weird. And
oh my
also,
gosh.
it's crazy.
Yeah, sorry.
So East Island had hosted a U.S. Coast Guard station until 1952, which also when they said that, I was like, I feel like it used to be bigger then.
Yeah.
You know, so it's been
like
slowly eroding,
going.
Being covered. So they're not sure if East Island will ever return, and they don't know what's going to happen to the displaced animals. So
they have to find a new home.
Go. Yeah, they do. And that was probably perfect because no humans lived on there. Yeah. Well, I mean, not since.
So were these like wild seals and sea turtles? Like they can just go like kind of chill there for a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
I'm sure they're really resourceful animals, and they'll find another place.
I hope so. Also, East Island is part of what is called the French Frigate Shoals. And about 1/7 of the world's endangered Hawaiian monk seals were born on these shoals, half on East Island.
Oh, wow. That's so sad.
It is. Also, climate change. It is real.
Yeah, please don't think that it's not real, people.
Yeah,
seriously,
islands are disappearing.
Scientific facts. Okay.
That's what we come here for facts.
Right, exactly.
You're getting them right now.
Exactly. Gosh.
Yeah, that's just really sad.
Yeah, the picture is... It's crazy to see it just kind of... It's almost like when you see a fish swim by you and you just see it there. It's
like you see its outline, like kind of like a dark shadow that you know something's there. And you can also... So this scientist that Chip Fletcher, so as I said, he had flown a drone over it to take pictures in July when he started studying it. So you can see, even in his drones, that part of it is, like, you can kind of see what's going under already.
Yeah.
You know, which I'm sure is why he thought that this is going to eventually disappear.
Right.
But you can even see on that picture, there's, like, still some, like, plants and stuff.
Yeah.
And, like,
still
looks like some remains of what could have been the Coast Guard, you know, like pieces of wood and things like that. And it's just completely gone. So, those poor seals.
Yeah.
They didn't even have that much space on that island anyway.
I know. And then they had to go and share it with sea turtles. I mean, sorry, I like sea turtles. But
they just wanted to kick them off.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, probably. So our next story, this one's a little bit funnier. All right, good. I didn't completely lie to you all. So this takes place in New Jersey. And apparently, New Jersey had been suffering from a diaper bandit.
Oh, New Jersey. Come on.
So, yeah, that's weird to begin with.
Diaper bandit. Wait, what?
Yeah. So when I saw diaper bandit, I thought that meant he was stealing diapers.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Which is weird. But he's not stealing diapers. He's actually giving diapers. More like leaving diapers places.
Oh, so it's a he?
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
leaving. Please don't
Yeah.
tell me they're used diapers. Oh my god.
So on Wednesday, which is the 24th of October, a New Jersey man was accused of dumping dirty diapers on New Jersey railroads over the past year.
Oh, you're nasty.
He has finally been caught.
Good.
His name is William Friedman. He is 68 years old.
These are grown-up diapers.
Oh, no, they're not. They're not. That would be worse.
Yes.
That would be really weird if you're dumping your used adult diapers.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. So these are toddler diapers.
Yeah, that would be like... Oh,
or infant
God.
diapers, yeah.
That would be new level. So he was spotted in a box truck dumping a load of soiled diapers on the road. He was near routes 47 and 50 in Gloucester County around 3:15 a.m. on a Sunday. Which when I read that, I was like, I don't feel like you're that senile because you're doing this so that you won't get caught.
Yeah.
I feel like
in the
if
middle
you're
of the
like,
night.
yeah, exactly. If you're like kind of crazy, you know, you aren't really aware of what you're doing.
Right.
You wouldn't care what time you did this. At 3:15, you're definitely trying to not get caught.
So does he work for like the dump truck company or something?
Nope.
Where's he finding these diapers?
Okay, so he said, so this is what he claimed.
Okay.
He claimed that they were from his grandson, which is a lot of, babies have a lot of diapers, but I feel, it's weird. He was doing this at least 3 times a week. He would dump diapers in one area and then change locations and times, which was making it difficult for officers to catch him.
Yeah.
So, that's insane. It took 10 months to catch Friedman's pattern, apparently. Alleged pattern.
Oh my gosh.
Because he had his dumping pattern was elaborate enough that they couldn't find him. Again, it's like he would leave at different times. And to catch him, an officer had a hunch. He just had been following this case for long enough. He just had a hunch on Sunday. And he was patrolling the area where he thought the diaper bandit would strike next. So I guess that's, just a police hunch that...
Yeah. Those things are real then?
Right, I guess.
It's just a hunch.
It had been for like a year that he had been on this case. And so after they caught him dumping these diapers at 3:15, he was taken into questioning and allegedly he admitted to the crime. And he had claimed the diapers were his grandson's and he had described they called it serial dumping.
Okay.
So it's serial dumping as a game that he had played to elude officers.
Just for fun.
Just for fun.
Okay, so I feel like there's some charges that are about to be pressed against you and this isn't fun anymore.
Yeah. I guess what else are you going to do when you're 68 years old? But
I know.
Yeah.
Just sit around in jail, I guess.
I guess.
You
did it
could
for
have
fun.
you could have done something else to mess with officers, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend doing that to anybody because it could be against the law.
You should find a different hobby.
Yeah.
Take up
I was just
going
gonna ask that, like, why would he drive around dumping them when he could have easily just driven to a dumpster?
Yeah.
And disposed of
Also,
them there.
3:15 a.m. Who wants to be up at that time?
Apparently, 68-year-old men in New Jersey have nothing better to do.
Man, that's sad. And also, related to this crime, on June 24th, so this has been going on for so long.
Yeah.
On June 24th, a motorcyclist slid on a plastic bag of soiled diapers left in the road and crashed.
See, now you get in charge with, like, negligence or something, or...
Yeah, well, he was actually charged with interference with transportation on top of receiving numerous traffic tickets and township ordinances.
Yeah. If I was that dude on the motorcycle, I'd be like, okay, I'm doing something.
That's so gross.
Yeah.
So gross.
Oh my gosh. did he land in that? I don't want to know.
Yeah.
I don't want
That would be awful.
Yeah.
Oh, and that'd be terrible too. And you wake up in the hospital and they're like, well, it was a soiled diaper.
That's so gross though.
That's so embarrassing.
No.
I'm so sorry, sir. So we're going to take another break and then we're going to come back with more social media news.
Tired of searching the vast jungle of podcasts? Now listen close and hear this out. There's a podcast network that covers just about everything that you've been searching. The Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network is here. Nothing less than a podcast bliss with endless hours of podcast coverage. From news, sports, music, fashion, cooking, entertainment, fantasy, football, and so much more. So stop lurking around and go straight out to the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. Guaranteed to fill that podcast itch. Whatever it may be. Visit us at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and download us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play.
Welcome back to the Social Media News Podcast. As we end our show today, we just wanted to talk a little bit about Kanye because we really can't escape him.
Yeah.
And so Chris went on Ellen, and she was talking about Kanye. Mm-hmm. Ellen was asking her.
Yeah.
Also, does she still go by Jenner?
Yeah, she does go by Jenner.
Okay.
Like,
So,
I don't know
Kris Jenner?
Yeah, they're divorced. So I think she kept the name because it's like who she is. Kind of like what Tina Turner did. It's like,
okay.
that's like...
when you were really famous, that's
Yeah.
the name you had.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So Kris Jenner went on Ellen, and Ellen was asking about Kanye. Because, Kanye is married to Kim, and Kim is Chris's daughter, so that makes Kanye her son-in-law.
Right.
And Ellen was just asking her, like, how she feels about Kanye with the White House.
Yeah.
And with some of the things that he's been saying, and I feel like they were expressing concern about him.
Yeah, which they very well should be, because he mentioned that he wasn't on his medication, and that being diagnosed with bipolar was misdiagnosis, and he was just sleep deprived. And then I think he also said that in a previous interview, maybe a month or so before, that he wasn't on his medication either. So, I mean, I feel like they have every right to be expressing their concern with his mental state, because just the way he's been acting. I've seen him on another interview show. I think it was Jimmy Kimmel, and he was not even the same person as how he was at the White House. Like, the White House, he was just energetic and loud and just all over the place. And then on this other show, he was just really calm, just sat back, had his arms folded most of the time. He kind of even answered like the questions that he was asked, 1 word or 2 word answers, very short. So it was like 2 totally different Kanyes. Like, so yeah. I kind of don't feel like he was misdiagnosed personally. That's just my opinion. But they have, Ellen and Kris Jenner, they obviously have a point to be concerned about.
Yeah. And I agree. I feel like he wasn't misdiagnosed.
Right.
If he was, he just has really big mood swings. But they were like, one of the things that Kris was saying is that she cares about him. He's in her family. She loves him. And like, really, her and Ellen are both saying like, he's talented. We want to help him and support him. And they didn't really say how they could do that. I think Ellen was saying she was hoping that Kanye would get help, like professional help, or, some sort of medicine or something to help stabilize him.
Right.
Kris wasn't necessarily saying that, but they were just expressing concern, and Kris seemed to be like saying there's not anything huge that she can do. You know, she can't control what he does. But she worries about him, and she's, and Ellen was saying, like, you already have like a bunch of kids and grandkids.
Exactly.
This must be very stressful as well to think about.
Right. And Ellen even asked Chris, like, how she felt about it. Like, how do you feel about him being, in your family like that, going off and talking like that? And Chris basically said, he has a lot of personal opinions and views, and she said she just wishes that he would keep some of those private or discuss them with like just the family.
Yeah.
And then they can figure out how they can help, or how the family can help him,
Right.
So.
And she was like talking about like when he was at the White House and he was telling Trump about like a plane.
Yeah.
And things like that. Like Chris was saying like things like that.
Yeah.
That are his very personal opinion. She's kind of hoping he wouldn't tell other people. And also with that, it kind of sounds like she's wanting him to not just share all of those things, but he also has a huge platform.
Yeah, he does.
And so like he's opinionated, and he has a bunch of people that will listen to him.
Exactly. And not just like for him being like a celebrity or a rap artist, is like him being able to go to the White House and speak to people on that level is crazy too. And it's like, okay, say what you have to say, but sometimes it's a family issue that maybe we can help you with, or we can help you
write what you're going to say.
Yeah. And it seemed like during the interview that Chris had with Ellen, she expressed more family concern for him, like her being his mother-in-law, and of course his mom being passed. So he doesn't really have a mother person other than her. And she's really kind of like, I want to be there to help you. Like, I feel like watching her and hearing her, that was her biggest concern.
Yeah, I agree. So, and I mean, like Chris, kind of what I hear a lot of people say is Chris has made basically all of her children famous and successful because she's their manager.
Exactly.
And I feel like he should take her up on that offer.
Right.
Like, if there's someone who's going to help you in the public eye, I would say Chris has seen everything and helped with everything.
Yeah. I don't know how good she would be at, personal business.
Yeah, true. Maybe
because all of their personal business is not personal.
Yeah.
Like, the world knows their business.
Right.
So,
which is also interesting if she's in basically the business of making her family business everyone's business.
Yeah.
And then she says that Kanye should keep some things private.
Exactly.
That's saying something.
Yeah, exactly.
If the one who has a reality show about your life is saying maybe don't share this.
Yeah, and that's like steep too, because it's like you talk about everything, but you feel like something shouldn't be talked about.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, and I know everybody has opinions on her and how she made her kids famous in whatever way, but that's pretty deep to me. And I personally, if somebody asked me, I'd be like, that's some things he needs to talk to his wife about. And then when you think about who his wife is, it's like, who do you really talk to?
If you talk to, that could end up on TV.
Yeah,
for sure.
Exactly. Because even if he spoke to her in confidence, girls, like, I know I talk to my sisters about everything. I don't care if somebody told me, well, don't tell your sisters this. Like, sometimes I won't, depending on what the situation is. But most of the time, I'm just like, I'm going to tell my sister, right?
Yeah.
It's just what it is.
And then if she tells her sisters, that'll be everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if Kanye doesn't want to be on her show.
Yeah, she still talks to her sisters, and they show all that.
Yeah. So I feel like I'm wishing the family the best.
Yeah, I do wish them the best.
Yeah, and however they're going to deal with that situation.
Yeah, and I can only imagine having a person like Kanye in my family. Not even just like somebody I would marry, because I probably would never. I know I would never marry somebody like that. But even having him as an in-law or anything like that, it's like, that's got to be hard on everybody, because it's a reflection of your family and who you are, related to and all that. So it's just like, it's my brother-in-law. What can you do?
He's just at the White House.
Yeah, I know. Just rambling off. It's crazy.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Good luck with the Kardashian and Jenner family.
Yep. And so with that, thank you all for listening, and that is all for today's episode.
You've been listening to the Golden State Media Concepts Social Media Podcast, part of the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. You can find this show and others like it at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Download our podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and Google Play. Just type in GSMC to find all the shows from the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network, from movies to music, from sports to entertainment, and even weird news. You can also follow us on Twitter and on Facebook. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed today's program.